What if I told you that the ancient Egyptians had a dark side, that they kept secrets so terrifying they were hidden away for thousands of years? Well, get ready to be shocked because scientists have made groundbreaking discoveries that change everything we thought we knew about this mysterious civilization. What else could be lurking in the shadows of the pyramids and tombs of ancient Egypt? Join us as we delve deeper into these shocking mysteries uncovered by scientists in Egypt. Number 15. The Labyrinth of Hawara. Welcome to the mysterious and awe-inspiring world of ancient Egypt. In the middle of the desert lies a structure that has long been shrouded in mystery and intrigue, the Pyramid of Hawara. Built by the pharaoh Amenemhat III of the 12th dynasty, this pyramid is unlike any other in Egypt. Known as the Black Pyramid, it was built out of brick stones and coated with limestone, giving it a raw and gritty look. But that's not even the most exciting part of this archaeological site. Beneath the sand surrounding the pyramid lies a complex that could change the way we think about ancient history forever, the Labyrinth of Hawara. Legend has it that this underground structure, which was discovered by archaeologists in 2008, was described by ancient historians such as Herodotus as an extraordinary complex with countless rooms. These mysterious chambers were considered a myth until their discovery and could hold the key to unlocking the secrets about unknown civilizations and great empires that ruled the planet before recorded history. The labyrinth is said to contain 12 courts covered in gates facing each other with two kinds of chambers, one above ground and one below. The upper set of chambers have been explored, but the underground chambers remain a mystery. Attempts have been made to represent the labyrinth based on descriptions from ancient texts, but the truth of what lies beneath the sands of Hawara remains elusive. But despite the challenges, the Pyramid of Hawara and the labyrinth beneath it continue to captivate our imaginations, leaving us wondering what other mysteries of the ancient world remain hidden just below the surface. Number 14. Tomb of an Unknown Queen. Another discovery that has absolutely shaken all historians and history buffs to their core has been the uncovering of a very mysterious tomb. On the 100th anniversary of King Tut's tomb discovery, they unearthed the tomb of an undocumented royal Queen Neith at the Saqqara archaeological site in Giza. But that's not all they found. Along with the Queen's pyramid, they also discovered over 300 coffins, mummies, and artifacts from the New Kingdom period. Each coffin has a unique face distinguishing men and women and is decorated with scenes from the ancient Egyptian funerary text, the Book of the Dead. But the most amazing discovery is a solid gold mask of a woman. Imagine wearing a mask worth more than its weight in gold. But who was Queen Neith? Until this discovery, her name had never been known from historical records. That's right, the team of archaeologists has essentially rewritten history by adding a new queen to our records. This is a discovery of monumental significance. Inside the coffins and tomb shafts, the team also found artifacts such as games, small figurines known as shaptis, and statues of the god Ptah Sokar. These discoveries provide invaluable insight into the beliefs and practices of the ancient Egyptians regarding birth, death, and resurrection. Number 13. Rosetta Stone. In 1799, a group of scientists accompanying Napoleon on his military expedition stumbled upon a discovery that would change the world forever, the Rosetta Stone. Dating all the way back to 196 BC, this ancient artifact contains a decree written by a council of priests affirming the right of a 13-year-old pharaoh named Ptolemy V to rule Egypt. But what makes the Rosetta Stone so remarkable is that this decree was written in not one, not two, but three languages: hieroglyphic, Demotic, and Greek. At the time of its discovery, only the Greek language was known, which made deciphering the other two languages an impossible task. That is, until scientists realized that the Greek inscription communicated the same decree as the other two languages, allowing them to crack the code and unlock the secrets hidden within the hieroglyphic and demotic texts. Today, the Rosetta Stone is housed in the British Museum, but not without controversy. The Egyptians have repeatedly requested that the stone be returned to its homeland, sparking debates about cultural ownership and the importance of preserving history. Number 12. Secret Tunnel. Antiquities officials have confirmed the existence of a secret corridor above the main entrance of the Great Pyramid of Giza that's been hidden for a whopping 4,500 years. This groundbreaking discovery was made using an imaging technique called muography, and it could lead to even more stunning finds. But wait, there's more. This ancient wonder of the world has long been shrouded in mystery, with experts still debating how it was constructed. Some even believe that aliens had a hand in building it. While we can't confirm or deny that theory, what we do know is that the corridor could hold the key to unlocking some of the pyramid's biggest secrets. The corridor, which measures nearly 30 feet in length and is over 6 feet wide, is located on the northern side of the Pyramid of Khufu. It might have been created to redistribute weight around the pyramid's entrance, or an undiscovered chamber according to officials. So what comes next? Mustafa Waziri, head of Egypt's Supreme Council of Antiquities, has promised to keep scanning the pyramid to see what else lies hidden beneath. The pyramids of Giza remain one of the world's most fascinating and mysterious structures, and with each new discovery we come one step closer to unlocking their secrets. Number 11. New understanding of mummification. For centuries, we've believed that mummification was used by the ancient Egyptians to preserve their dead, but what if we told you that everything we thought we knew about mummies was wrong? That's right, folks, hold on to your hats because we're about to take a complete 180 on this one. According to researchers from the University of Manchester's Manchester Museum, mummification wasn't about preserving the body at all. Instead, it was a way to guide the deceased toward divinity. Yes, you heard that right. The exhibition, called Golden Mummies of Egypt, changes the way we have thought about the mummification process. But how did this misconception about mummies even come about? Well, it all started with Victorian researchers who thought that the ancient Egyptians were preserving their dead in a similar way to how we preserve fish, with salt. However, they got it wrong. The substance used by the Egyptians, known as natron, was a naturally occurring mineral that was abundant around lake beds near the Nile. It was used not only for mummification but also for cleansing and in temple rituals, including being applied to the statues of gods. So there you have it, a complete 180 on mummies. The ancient Egyptians were not trying to preserve the body, but instead guide the deceased towards divinity. It's a discovery that's sure to shake up what we thought we knew about mummies and could change the way we teach it in schools. Number 10. The unfinished obelisk. Hidden for thousands of years in the Aswan quarries lies an unfinished masterpiece that has the potential to alter your worldview about ancient Egyptians and their practices. The unfinished obelisk made of granite was intended to be the heaviest single stone monument ever created by the Egyptians, but it was never completed. 3 sides were carved before the masons discovered a crack in the granite and abandoned it, leaving it half attached to the bedrock. This enigma of ancient stonemasonry has baffled historians for centuries. How did the Egyptians carve these towering structures out of a single block of stone? How did they transport them over hundreds of miles? And how did they raise them into position once they arrived at their destination? Theories have been proposed, but none have solved the mystery. Did they sail the obelisks up the Nile by boat? How did they carry them to the boats, or how did the boats support their weight? Some even suggest that they were not made by human hands, but by extraterrestrials. Although the unfinished obelisk project was never completed, it has provided invaluable insight into ancient Egyptian stonemasonry techniques. During investigations, researchers discovered preserved marks of the workers' tools and lines of ochre colors marking the location of the workers, providing a glimpse into the ancient world and their methods of craftsmanship. The mystery continues to unfold, and the unfinished obelisk is just the beginning of a grand adventure through the ages. Number 9. Lost Golden City. A 3,000-year-old city that was lost to the sands of Egypt has been discovered, and it's being hailed as one of the most important archaeological finds since Tutankhamun's tomb. The city, known as Aten, dates back to the reign of Amenhotep III, one of Egypt's most powerful pharaohs who ruled from 1391 to 1353 BC. It continued to be used by pharaohs Ai and Tutankhamun, whose nearly intact tomb was discovered in the Valley of the Kings back in 1922. But wait, there's more. The excavation started in September 2020, and within weeks, this incredible city was unearthed. The city contains a bakery, an administrative district, and a residential area, along with scarab beetle amulets, pottery, and other everyday items. And that's not all. The research team has stumbled upon a human burial with the remains of a rope wrapped around the knees, and they have yet to explore a group of rock-cut tombs accessible through stairs carved into the rock. So far, the excavation has revealed a treasure trove of valuable archaeological finds, including jewelry, colored pottery, scarab beetle amulets, and mud bricks bearing seals of Amenhotep III. But there's still so much more to uncover, and this could lead to countless more discoveries about ancient Egypt. Number 8. Geometric Miracle. The world of archaeology has just uncovered another jaw-dropping discovery. Beneath the ancient ruins of Taposiris Magna on the Egyptian coast lies a massive, magnificent tunnel that has left experts awestruck. This geometric miracle was discovered by none other than Kathleen Martinez of the University of Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic and her colleagues during ongoing excavations at the temple. But this isn't just any tunnel. This marvel of engineering is a remarkable 1,305 meters long and carved out of sandstone with a height of 2 meters. To put that into perspective, that's longer than 10 football fields put together. Wait, it gets even more exciting. Kathleen Martinez believes that this tunnel could lead her to the tomb of none other than Cleopatra, the Egyptian queen, and her lover Mark Antony. While the likelihood of this happening is just 1%, it would still be the most important discovery of the century, according to the Dominican archaeologist. Number 7. Protective childbirth tattoos. Did you know that some ancient Egyptian women got tattoos before giving birth? Yup, it's true. Archaeologists recently discovered 6 examples of this practice on mummies buried at Deir el-Medina, an archaeological site along the Nile River. Finding ancient tattoos is rare, but these mummies had exposed skin, including the lower back of a woman with black lines and a depiction of Bes, a god who protected women during childbirth. It's surprising that the Great Pit doesn't mention this practice, but the discovery of at least 6 tattooed women has archaeologists scratching their heads. How did these women get tattoos in ancient Egypt? Well, it turns out that skin preservation is key. Since archaeologists can't unwrap mummies, they have to rely on looters to expose skin that's still intact millennia after a person died. According to bioarchaeologists, these tattoos are more intricate than earlier Egyptian tattoo practices, and images of pregnant women are extremely rare in Egyptian art. But why did these women get tattoos? Some experts believe that they were imprinting protective representations of gods on their bodies, like portable magical amulets. The use of tattoos as protection during childbirth may seem unusual to us, but in ancient times, childbirth was a risky and dangerous event. The discovery of these tattoos sheds new light on the beliefs and practices of ancient Egyptian women. Number 6. Falcon Shrine. A team of researchers stumbled upon a 1,700-year-old falcon shrine in the ancient Egyptian port of Berenike, and what they found inside was truly bizarre. The shrine featured a pedestal with 15 headless falcons on it and a stone monument depicting 2 unknown gods. But that's not all. There was also an iron harpoon found nearby, and in one of the shrine's backrooms, a Greek inscription that read, "It is improper to boil a head in here." What could it all mean? Why were the falcons decapitated? Why was a harpoon left near them? And what is the significance of the inscription? Some experts believe that the falcons were offerings made to the gods, particularly the one with a falcon head, while others think the harpoon may have also been an offering. But the prohibition against boiling heads has left many puzzled. The discovery sheds a new light on the complex religious beliefs and rituals that flourished in this ancient port city. The headless falcons and mysterious inscription raise a number of questions about cults, rituals, and various belief systems that melded together in Berenike, and the fact that these finds were unearthed intact is truly extraordinary. Number 5. Golden Tongues. Archaeologists in Egypt have unearthed several mummies with gold tongues in an ancient cemetery near Quesna. That's right, gold tongues. These shiny appendages were believed to help the deceased transform into divine beings in the afterlife. Talk about a luxurious upgrade. But that's not all. These mummies were also buried with a plethora of other grave goods, including necklaces, pottery, and gold scarabs in the shape of lotus flowers and beetles. It's like a treasure trove of bling. The gold tongues and eyes found in these mummies are clear manifestations of the ancient Egyptians' belief that the flesh of the gods was made of gold. But don't worry, we're not suggesting you go around burying yourself with gold to achieve divine status. It's just a fun piece of history to marvel at. Although these gold-tongued mummies are not a new discovery, they continue to captivate and intrigue us. And the significance of this discovery is not just in the gold tongues, but in the mystery surrounding the identities of the deceased. This discovery has reignited the fascination with the ancient Egyptians' beliefs and rituals. The transformation into divine beings, the use of gold, and the significance of scarabs and lotus flowers all point to a complex belief system that we are only just beginning to unravel. But as we continue to unearth these mysteries, it's hard not to wonder if some things are better left buried in the sands of time. Number 4. Valley of the Golden Mummies. Deep in the heart of Egypt's western desert lies the Bahariya Oasis, a place shrouded in mystery and intrigue. It was here that Dr. Zahi Hawass and his team made a discovery that would send shivers down the spine of even the most seasoned archaeologists. In a huge burial site known as the Valley of the Golden Mummies, over 250 mummies dating back approximately 2,000 years were unearthed. But as they delved deeper, they realized that they had stumbled upon something much more significant than they could have ever imagined. A total of more than 10,000 mummies. Each mummy was unique, decorated in one of 4 styles. Some had a gilded mask covering their faces, while others were covered in cartonnage depicting scenes of gods and goddesses. But that's not all. Artifacts had been buried with each mummy, including jewelry bracelets, pottery of food trays, wine jars, and even Ptolemaic coins. As Dr. Hawass examined the mummies, he couldn't help but wonder about the people who once inhabited Bahariya. It was clear that they were wealthy and able to afford gilding and beautiful decorations, and it seemed that workshops were everywhere, with artisans being one of the main professions in Bahariya during that time. But the discovery also left many questions unanswered. As the sun sets over the Bahariya Oasis, one can't help but wonder what other secrets lie hidden beneath the sands of this mysterious and awe-inspiring place. Number 3. Lifelike mummy portraits. Prepare to be transported back in time to ancient Egypt because archaeologists have uncovered a treasure trove of stunning lifelike mummy portraits buried alongside their owners. This incredible discovery, the first of its kind in 50 years, was made at the ancient city of Philadelphia in Egypt's Fayum area. Founded during the Ptolemaic period, Philadelphia continued to flourish under Roman rule, making it an important hub for trade and commerce. And now, after centuries of lying dormant, the city's secrets have been brought back to life thanks to a team of intrepid archaeologists. As they excavated the city's necropolis, they uncovered 2 complete mummy portraits, along with a slew of semi-complete and incomplete ones. These portraits were no ordinary paintings, but rather stunningly realistic depictions of the deceased, capturing their likenesses for all eternity. But the discovery wasn't just about the portraits themselves. The team also found a range of other artifacts, including a building where mummies were buried and a statue of Isis Aphrodite, an Egyptian Greek goddess of love. And if that wasn't enough, the team also unearthed papyri containing Demotic and Greek writings, offering a fascinating glimpse into the social, economic, and religious conditions of ancient Philadelphia's inhabitants. It's believed that the owners of these portraits were likely middle class or elite, as commissioning custom paintings of their likenesses would have been a costly affair. And given the rarity of mummy portraits in archaeological excavations due to looting, this discovery is truly one for the ages. Number 2. Severed hands. Archaeologists have recently made a disturbing and downright terrifying discovery in the ancient city of Avaris, Egypt. The excavation team uncovered 16 human hands buried in 4 separate pits. But that's not the strangest part. All 16 hands are right hands. There are no lefts. According to experts, this is the first physical evidence of an ancient practice where soldiers would cut off the right hand of their enemies and exchange it for gold. The 2 pits found in front of what is believed to be a throne room held 1 hand each, while the other 2 pits contained the remaining 14 right hands. These pits were constructed in an outer space of the palace at a later time. Cutting off the right hand of an enemy had a symbolic purpose of taking away their strength and power eternally, explained Dr. Manfred Beitak, the director of the excavations in Avaris. The right hand was chosen specifically to make counting victims easier as well. But where did this gruesome tradition originate? The Hyksos, who ruled Egypt between the 16th and 17th centuries BCE, are believed to have been the ones who introduced this practice. However, no records of this practice have been found in the Hyksos' likely homeland of northern Canaan, so it's uncertain if the Hyksos picked it up from the Egyptians or vice versa, or if it originated from somewhere else entirely. The discovery of these hands is certainly spine-chilling, and it offers a glimpse into the ancient world of warfare and violence. These hands are the physical evidence of a practice attested to in ancient Egyptian writing and art, a practice that was meant to deprive enemies of their power and strength. The fact that all 16 hands are right hands makes this discovery all the more mysterious and intriguing. These questions may never be answered, but the discovery of these hands is a stark reminder of the gruesome realities of war and the lengths humans will go to gain power and control. Number 1. God of Fun. Ancient Egyptians weren't all about solemn ceremonies and grave rituals, it seems. In a recent excavation in the desert city of Akhetaten, which is modern-day Amarna, archaeologists made a glittering discovery that would make even the most stoic pharaoh crack a smile. A treasure trove of gold jewelry, including 3 rings and a necklace. But it was one piece in particular that caught their eye, a ring with an engraving of Bes, also known as the God of Fun. Bes was no ordinary deity. This dwarf-like figure was a master of music and revelry, and even had the important job of protecting women during childbirth. Images of Bes can be found throughout Egypt, but this one was truly unique, adding a touch of whimsy to an otherwise somber burial site. The burial site is located in the northern part of the city, which was built by the pharaoh Akhenaten in an attempt to change Egypt's polytheistic religion. Akhenaten's reforms were ultimately unsuccessful, and the city was abandoned after his death. The discovery of the Bes ring has sent shockwaves through the archaeological community, and everyone is clamoring to know more. Who knew the ancient Egyptians were such fans of fun? It's a reminder that even the most serious civilizations had their light-hearted moments, but there's still much we don't know about this burial site, and the mysteries it holds are sure to keep us on the edge of our seats. Excavations at Amarna are ongoing, and we can't wait to see what other treasures lie buried in the sands. What other gods of fun might be waiting to be discovered, only time will tell. Stay tuned for more updates, and in the meantime, let's raise a glass or perhaps an ancient Egyptian harp to Bes, the god of good times. That's all for now, folks. Stay tuned for more mind-blowing discoveries from the land of the pharaohs.